We live in a world that thrives on complexity. More apps, more choices, more distractions. But here's the thing. What if the key to success isn't in doing more, but in doing less? What if simplicity could lead to more clarity, more peace, and actually more success? Hi there, guys, and welcome back to the Finding Success podcast, the show where we strip away the unnecessary, cut through the noise, and get back to what really matters. My name is Adam. My co-host is
Alex.
How you doing, mate? You all right?
I'm good, man. I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you. If you've ever felt overwhelmed over the life, because of the chaos in our lives, the endless to-do lists, the business you're in, if you're in the right place or wrong place, we believe that in real success, everything behind it is simplicity. Keeping things simple is easy. Why do we have to overcomplicate stuff? We don't. That's why we're keeping it simple. Simplicity. Find greatness in simplicity. Today we're going to be talking about none other than keeping it simple. And I'm actually going to start off with your famous quote. Well, it's not really a famous quote. It is quite famous, but it's famous to me.
Yeah.
The saying that Butson says, where he says, keep it
simple, stupid.
Yeah, and that made me laugh the first time I heard that. Yeah, it did make me chuckle. But it's true. Now, when we talk about business, when we talk about simplicity, we always think when you're starting your business, you got to create the best, biggest, most amazingest thing ever in the whole wide world. It's false. It's not true. All you have to do is take a concept, take an idea, take a thing, take a laptop, take a mouse mat, and all you have to do is make it a little bit better. That's all you're doing to succeed, just making it a little bit better. And by doing that, make it more simple, make it more accessible, make it cheaper, make it simpler in some way. And there you will find greatness in business. But before we get into that, Butson, how was your week, mate? We doing all right?
It was good, man. It was good. Been abroad. Down under this week.
Oh.
You know, down under, enjoying the sun, enjoying the heat, enjoying the beaches. Just enjoying everything. But it's been hard graft at the same time, I can't lie. It always is at this time of year. This time of year is hard graft.
Of course.
Managed to do some quite good reading. I'm quite happy with my reading.
What are you reading?
The Laws of Human Nature by Robert Greene.
Oh.
It's that big book. It's like...
Yeah, slab book.
It is a big book. Yeah, it intimidates me when I pick it up. Yeah, but I'm getting some good reading done. And it feels like I'm making no progress on it whatsoever. Because every time you shut it, you just see where you've been. You're like, oh, wow, I'm not even a quarter of the way through. And I'm however many chapters deep.
I like it.
But it's been good. I'm liking the challenge. I'm enjoying it. It's a fascinating book. And there's already, in just the first few chapters, there's some amazing things to learn from it. So,
good.
Enjoying it. What about yourself? How was your week?
Yeah, good, mate. I've been to the same place, unfortunately. But it's been good. Long flight there, isn't it?
What?
Killer.
For a week of travel, yeah.
Yeah, killer. But it's there. It's done. And we're doing all right, mate. We're doing all right. Still reading, still working away, still chipping
Still
away.
on Chin Paradox?
Yep, still on Chin Paradox. I'll be on that for a little bit. It's quite a thick book, but it's quite dense. I think it just takes a little bit of time to get reading into it. But
you need to understand every
that's the thing. People read and people can speed read, but if you don't really read and understand what the book is saying, it's not worth reading at all. So take your time in reading it. Unless you're really smart and can read like that, then well done to you. I'm very jealous. Yeah, exactly. But I can't. So I'm going to stick with this for now. But before we get into this episode, please grab a pen, grab some paper. The first call to action, make sure you take some notes. The second call to action is make sure you bloody follow us on social media. Facebook, Instagram, X, links will all be down below. Don't forget to like, share. We're on YouTube. Watch the bloody videos. You can see our lovely faces. Give us some likes, expand the podcast, and share it with someone that needs to hear this stuff as well. This is important. Whether you're looking to start a business, whether you're looking to make your life simpler, whether you just want an easy life, whether you just want us talking in your ear for the next half an hour or so, share it with someone because we're bloody amazing. Getting into it, my friend.
Let's go.
Keeping it simple. Why do we overcomplicate life?
I think because we feel it's necessary. I feel like if we overcomplicate it, we feel better than was it Joe Blogs next door?
Yeah.
You know, if we've got a slightly more complicated life, when someone says to you, how was your weekend? You go, oh, mate, I had to do this science project, rocket science on bollocks, amazing. You just feel like you're doing better in life.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know. I think we also feel like options in our lives are necessary when actually it just overcomplicates it again. So I think a good one I just saw was Netflix.
Yeah.
You know, we think, I'm going to subscribe to Netflix, and you can never choose anything you want to watch on Netflix, can you? How many times have you gone on Netflix?
There's so much to watch.
And scroll,
Yeah.
right? But then we don't just have Netflix, do we?
No,
we have Amazon Prime.
Yeah, you've got
we
Now
have
TV,
Disney Plus.
you've got
Now TV.
Paramount Plus or whatever.
iPlayer, all these different streaming services with endless videos.
Yeah.
And you still can't choose one film to watch?
Oh, tell me about it.
What are you doing?
Yeah,
we're all guilty of it.
Yeah.
But it's just unnecessary options that just overcomplicate our life. We spend 20 minutes deciding what we want to watch, and it's just not necessary, mate.
Another thing that we actually said about fairly early on in the podcast is like reducing down the wardrobe. Because same thing, but like women, right? I love you all right? Especially my girlfriend, of course. But going to get ready for a timeout, 3 hours in, what should I wear? I've got this. What do you think I should wear? This is nice. And men, you do it as well, so don't bloody think you're getting out of it. We go through so many options of trousers and tops and shoes and XYZ. If you just had, I know it sounds really boring, a black top and some jeans, all you're ever going to wear is a black top and some jeans. You have nothing else to wear. So like reducing the clothes in your wardrobe saves you way more time than what you could ever imagine, and hassle, because we're keeping it simple.
Absolutely. It's the same in business.
Yes.
If you look at some of the greats in business, because again on this podcast we like to relate from our personal to like business world, like it is one. Sorry, I don't know what that hand gesture was. If you were watching on YouTube, you'd see it was a bit weird.
Make sure you watch on YouTube.
Yeah, go and click a link, subscribe. It's fantastic. Right. In business, it's the same. So think about logo, just simple logos. Look at Adidas, 3 stripes. That's it. Yeah. The Apple logo, just an apple with a chunk out of it. It's so Nike. Simple. Nike. Oh my God, it's so simple. They keep it basic. It's world renowned. You know exactly what it is.
Yeah. Clear, solid message.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all it is.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. You see greatest leaders in the world. Who was famous for doing it the most? Was it Steve Jobs? What do you wear? That turtleneck and blue jeans. Yeah. That's all you ever see. Whenever he was doing a product launch, done. That's it. That's what he was wearing. Yeah. Apple, again, keeping it simple. Apple actually aren't revolutionary in their products. Apple phones, Apple tablets and stuff. They're not groundbreakingly amazing. They're just simpler to use, easy to use. We know how to use the operating system. A lot of the times, Google phones and Samsung phones have some of the latest tech, like the best cameras, the best GPS stuff. Yeah. And Apple are 2 years late to the party sometimes. Yeah. That's one of the biggest arguments between Android and Apple users. But Apple are just able to keep it simple. Yeah, they're chilled. And they'll learn it eventually, and they'll put it in. It'll be much easier to use, which is what 90% of the population want.
Absolutely. It's a nice, simple product. That's the thing, right? Again, like with the whole Android-Apple argument, I'm not going into it, but FOMO, fear of missing out. So, like, no offense to Android users. You may take offense to this, but I'm going to say it anyway. Maybe you have, in somewhat, a FOMO of missing out on the latest and greatest. So you'll have the latest and greatest Android that has the 20 zoom dinger on it and like the best camera and XYZ. And yet that is the only fear of missing out that you have, is because you want that, you need it. It's not simple, it's not easy to have, but that's what you want. Comparing it to simplicity in life, you take the hard road because you don't want to miss out. The fear of missing out outweighs the hardship of dealing with a new product or dealing with a new camera. So you go through the hard road to do that. The same with perfectionism. Butson, my friend over there, I'm going to hammer him for this, actually. Oh, God. It's quite funny. We recorded a podcast and he didn't want to release it because it wasn't perfect.
It wasn't good enough.
But in other words, it has to be perfect. Maybe not perfect, that's the wrong word, but just right for him, just right for us. We had this conversation. Just get it out there. Remember, like, keeping it simple. Okay, it might not be the best sounding podcast. We might not sound the best. We might sound like idiots. We might sound like or look like melons. But we just have to keep things simple. Again, simplicity in life is so underrated, yet we must pay attention to it.
Right. The magic of keeping it simple in life. Come on, talk to me. Moss, give me... I want 3 steps. Go.
You want 3 steps?
I want 3 steps.
Okay.
3 steps.
Number 1, declutter your mind. Straight away, first step, declutter your mind. So like I said, in a business point of view, all we think about is we must create the most complex product ever in the world, and it must do this, that, and the other thing. No, just declutter that space, declutter your mind, and keep things simple. Okay, I'm going to drive from A to B, sorry. The thing I said to you the other day about me overthinking my mind, locking the front door and going back to check it, which I actually did today because I'm tired, because my mind was full of clutter and I wasn't thinking straight. So that very thing of just decluttering your mind and getting all the stuff that is pointless, useless information out of your mind is very, very important. The other thing is say no more often.
Yeah, it's so powerful.
We say yes as adults because we are a people-pleasing person. We do not want to offend anyone on the other end of the question that we're being asked. For instance, if Butson said to me, Adam, I'm getting old, I can't tie my shoes, can you tie my shoe for me? I could say no because I've got bad knees. I could make up like a big lie, but I'm just saying. We have to do things, we have to say no to things more often, obviously because we want to keep our life simple. One big thing a lot of people struggle with is like manual labour. Can you come round and give me a lift with this box? Can you come round and do this? Can you come round and do that for me? And there is times where you do say yes, but say no and see what the reaction is. Oh, I will do it another day, or I can't do it now, or I've got stuff on. Saying no is very, very hard to do. Stop being a people pleaser and say no more often.
Yeah.
Just embrace the simple joys. Number 3, keep things simple. The thing that I found when I was sort of writing the script for this podcast, it was in the morning, and that same morning I drove to work, and when I wrote that embrace simple joys, I was on the way to work, and it was a frosty morning, the sun was just coming up over the hill, and there was a deer in the middle of a field, and I was like, that is fucking beautiful. Such a simple thing, but so picturesque, so beautiful, just for a morning, just to go, that's simple. It's not making a binging noise. I'm not winning any money. I'm not doing anything. I'm simply driving to work, listening to music, low light, sun coming up, frosty morning, deer in the middle of the field, absolutely beautiful. And just embrace that. Embrace that enjoyment. Look at that and go, fuck, I live in a lovely world and I want to enjoy that world that I live in. Keep it simple. It doesn't have to be overcomplicated. It doesn't have to be headphones on. It doesn't have to be listening to bloody, I don't know, what's that game show back in the day? Mastermind or Megamind or something, I don't know. Just keep life simple sometimes.
I had something similar. The drive in today to the studio. The sun was setting, it was gorgeous, warm day. I could feel the heat from the sun on my face. It was lovely drive in. And I went the back roads because I saw I learned my lesson. Dodds tells me off when I'm late to the studio to record. And last time, or the time before, I was late because I went via Silverstone, didn't I? And traffic, terrible. So I went back roads today, and I got the beautiful scenery of the English countryside. And I was just thinking, do you know what? It's a fantastic day. I'm excited. We're going to go see Dodds. We're going to go record with some new kit. It's all going to be fantastic. Looking out over the countryside, I was like, yeah, fantastic. Beautiful. Simple things in life. Just exactly. The dopamine, the serotonin was through the roof. Pumping. Far better than what I can get from scrolling on my phone.
Absolutely.
Simple.
Now, let's talk simplicity in business, right? So, if there's one thing that I've learned, it's that complexity in a business mind kills momentum. When we have to, I'm going to use this as a trading base now because really easy. Yeah. If I'm creating a trading strategy and I have to make sure this line comes at this level, that the X hits the A at, I don't know, a certain fib level, and this EMA has to be crossed with the 8, with the 20, with the 50, all in a fanning out motion going up. I've lost about 8 million people and it's too complex.
Yeah, people stop. They've changed podcasts.
Exactly. What you want to do, better not have. What you want to do is be able to create and explain your business idea to an alien. That's the only way you can look at it. Write it in a step-by-step basis, business idea, business goal, whatever it is, and just keep it so simple that maybe a 9-year-old can understand what you're trying to do with your business, because it doesn't need to be complex. Businesses don't. We said earlier, at the start of the podcast, it doesn't have to be the next best thing. It's just got to be a little bit better than the person before you or someone that is already out there. Just make it a little bit better. That is all you have to do to be successful in business.
Absolutely. So one of the biggest successes from, I can't remember if it was Shark Tank or Dragon's Den in the UK, but I'm sure you've all heard of it. Scrub Daddy, you heard of that?
Yeah.
Who hasn't heard of that?
Banging.
It is literally a two-sided sponge
Yeah.
with a bit of fun in the middle. It is the simplest business. It's just manufacture, sell, done. That is the product, and it's one of the biggest brands in the world at the minute, like in cleaning industry. You can see it in Tesco's, Waitrose, Sainsbury's, every supermarket I've been into.
Everywhere.
I've seen it there.
Yeah.
And it is the simplest product in the world. Yeah. Honestly, like sponges have been made for years, and it's not like they've completely revolutionised the world of sponges. Sponge technology isn't that big. Like, it's not developed that far that it's a world leader.
Yeah.
They got a bit of the marketing right, and actually it was easy to use. Simple as that. What more do you need? So keeping it simple, like focusing on one thing at a time.
Yeah, it's like looking at the biggest companies in the world, right? Look at Apple, look at Amazon, look at Google, look at all their products that they produce, and go, well, actually, how hard is this? It's actually really easy to use, really simple service. Their branding is simple, user experience is simple. There is no need for us to create the all singing, all dancing experience because we're just not going to gain any traction from it. If it's complicated, people won't want to know about it. But let's face it, if it's nice and simple, keep it that way. It's easy to use. Why
do so many entrepreneurs make things complicated, though?
Oh, I think it's because they think more equals better. So more options equal a better experience. That's not the case. Think of, right, and this is a really good way of finding out if a restaurant is good, by the way, top tip. If you go to a restaurant and they've got 8-page bloody menu and they've got 400 different things for a main course, walk out that bloody door. Because they don't know what they're doing, they don't know when they're coming, if they're going, what they've got to put in the microwave next. If they're, honestly, out the microwave you go, here's your hot milk. No. Go to a restaurant that has a really simple menu, and it probably has about 8 to 10 things on there as a main, couple of starters, and just go and eat there. And I can guarantee you the food will be impeccably good because it's just a simple menu, nice and simple to cook. The time has been taken to make it good, and it's going to be good food, so just go and try that thing.
Some of the best like gastro pubs you go to,
mate,
they give you an A4 sheet of paper with 4 or 5 mains and 4 or 5 starters.
That's what you've got.
What more do you need?
Nothing
2 desserts,
more, nothing less.
And you just know, okay, that's what I'm having.
And if you don't like it, go somewhere else.
Yeah,
but they don't want the business.
No, exactly. Do you know there's a restaurant in London that I really want to try out. Maybe we could go on a little mandate.
Oh, I'd love to. Yeah, please.
It's called Tuna Fight Club.
Okay.
And they get you all in. You have to like book in advance. It's quite a long wait list apparently as well. You get in and you have your pre-starters, your drinks, and then they kick you all out of the restaurant at whatever time. And they literally pull a tuna out of a van in front of you. They make you watch them pull it out of a van. Oh. And you've seen the size of tunas. Yeah, they wouldn't fit in this scene. They're massive. And they wheel the tuna through the shop, through the restaurant, into the back, and then they start cooking you meals from this tuna. And they cut it apart in front of you. And I think one of the first dishes is they take the spine out of it and then scoop the meat out between the spine bones and give it to you on a bit of seaweed. It just all of it is just tuna. Most of it's raw. Some of it's cooked towards the end. And what more could you want? Like it's a set menu. They don't even give you an option of
this is what you're going to have.
You're having tuna. You're having this 8 courses, and that's it.
I love.
You're not getting any more. And it's one of the busiest restaurants in London. Very, very successful. They do one item on the menu.
Yeah.
Amazing. Simple.
Yeah. There you go.
Just focused on one thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Simple.
Yeah. What can we say?
That is right. Another thing you need to do is, like from a business point of view, is simplify your message. I think we got caught out doing this a little bit at the beginning. We were trying to do mindset, we're trying to invest in, trying to trade in, trying to do all of the things in between, like politics a little bit, news. It's just, whoa, no.
Yeah, calm down a little bit.
Yeah, we just got a bit flooded and a bit carried away. And I think now we're trying to simplify and condense down. We're going to be a lot more successful in the way we deliver our podcast. It's going to be much more clear and concise, and people will know what they're coming for.
Absolutely.
What the hell is going to be on the episode this week. Yeah. I'm sure you'll all agree with listening. I know you probably loved all the episodes. I know.
They're still there to listen to, just saying. But new and improved.
It's much more simplified new and improved. It's going to be much better for you guys.
Absolutely.
Simple.
The other thing is something we haven't worked out yet is to automate and delegate. Now, automation is quite easy. We have worked that out, and we've done quite well with that. But and delegate, that's quite like we haven't actually worked that out. But I'm just saying,
we could go further.
Sorry,
we could go further.
We could go further. But automate and delegate ideas, tasks. outsourcing things that people can help you with is a game changer. Now, remember, and I completely understand where a lot of you are coming from here, but I haven't got enough money to go and outsource stuff. I haven't got enough time to go and outsource things. I can't do this. I can't do that. Remember, outsourcing can be as simple as going onto Fiverr, finding someone to write you a new slogan, going onto Fiverr or Upwork, whatever it is, and getting someone to write you a new poster, using ChatGPT to find you 5 different ways of how to make an espresso, or 5 different ways of pouring latte, or just something very, very simple. But that is delegating tasks to make your life easier. Remember, keeping things simple in your life is very important. So anything you can delegate. Reduce the noise. If you can get a dishwasher, buy a dishwasher. Simplify your life and time, save time. Laundry. Things like useless tasks that will take up your life, take up your mind. Just try and delegate them away from that time and space.
Absolutely, yeah. It's hard, isn't it? Because we still need to do these things day to day to get through. But you're completely right. When there is possibility to automate and delegate, 100% do it. Look at going back to money.
Yeah.
But our bank account's almost fully automated. I rarely have to go onto my banking apps to make a transaction. It's just automatic, because I don't want to have the time to have to worry about it and think about it and go onto the app and deal with it. And I know banking apps are getting better, but it's still time you've got to schedule. Again, busy like work life. I'm going to get it out eventually. Busy work life schedule.
Yeah.
That we both have, and I'm sure all you listeners have as well. The last thing you want to do is spend a whole day every month, or trying to remember a whole day every month to go through your finances and just double check, did I send the money to this person, or have I sent the money to the bank? Did I pay the credit card this week?
Yeah.
It's just not. It's gonna overcomplicate your life. It's gonna really, really stress you out. Keep it simple. Just automate it. It's the way forward.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it. A quick recap then on what we have spoken about. So I'll let you go first, actually. Actually, I'm going to go first. I want to go first.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So why overcomplicate life? Reel those out for me.
So we need to declutter your minds.
Yes.
Get rid of all the hash. Get rid of it all. No good to you. You need to say no more often. Yeah. Power of no is unbeatable. Say no more often. Don't be a people pleaser. And embrace the simple joys. The countryside views, a deer on a frosty field, a sunset over a beautiful countryside. Just a funny tune you like on the way to work. Just enjoy the simple joys.
What song would that be by any chance? I'm joking. Simplicity in business then.
Okay, simplicity in the business is focusing on one thing at a time. Like the Scrub Daddy, focusing on just getting the product out there. Like Apple, simple, easy to use systems.
Yeah.
Simplifying your message, simplifying your logo, simplifying everything like that. Just make it so people understand. What is it you said? Make it so that you could explain your business plan to a 9-year-old.
Yeah,
if a 9-year-old can understand it, or an alien can understand it, you're pretty sorted.
Exactly.
And automate and delegate at every opportunity.
Yes, absolutely. Keep your life as easy as possible.
Oh, that's right.
I love it. I think that's a podcast.
Anyway, simplicity is a choice. In life, in business, in relationships, we don't have to overcomplicate things. The clearer and simpler we make things, the more time, energy, and success we can create. I challenge you this week, find one thing in your life or business that you can simplify and just do it. Just one thing, see how it feels. I guarantee you'll be better off. If you enjoyed today's episodes, do me a favour, share this with someone that could use a little more simplicity in their life. And if you want to keep the conversation going, connect with us on social media. We've got Instagram, X, and Facebook. Thanks for listening. See you in the next one.